Hi friends, welcome to the channel JIB and CIB Made Simple. In this video, we are going to discuss IIBF Strategic Management and Innovation Memory-Based Question and Answer Session for the examination which happened on 11th April 2026. So these are the series of questions through which you can see what are the important topics which have been appear in the examination, and I will mention them also so that you can prepare them in advance, and obviously you will get more or less similar type of question in the examination. So let's get started with our very first question that we have. So this question is checking our understanding of two area. It's talking about while examining the bank internal governance. So it is talking about the internal governance like ALCO, Risk Management Committee, and it is talking about the service marketing strategy, that is 7P. So which of the following statement is incorrect regarding these two? Option number A says that statement number A says that asset liability committee is responsible for directly managing the bank balance sheet by ensuring proper alignment between assets and liability. B says that in the 7P of service marketing, the people element refers to the staff who deliver the service, while process refers to the system and procedure used to deliver that service. Option C says that if a bank introduces biometric login for faster verification and sets service level standard to improve efficiency, it primarily focusing on the promotion and place element of the marketing mix. And option number D says that the risk management committee is tasked with managing the bank exposure to various risks including market, credit and operational risk. So these are the four statements they have provided, and we have to select the incorrect one. See, they have mentioned incorrect one. So this question is checking our to understanding whether what is the internal governance of the bank. That's called bank internal governance. And the second thing is service marketing strategy, especially 7P concept. So we are asked to identify the incorrect statement. If you look at the statement number A, it's talking about ALCO. What is the role of the ALCO? So you know it very well that this ALCO, asset liability committee, they look after the liquidity. They look after liquidity. They look after interest rate risk, right? And what they do, they match deposit with loan. So what they do, they match deposit, that is called liability. Their liability are matched with loan, or we call it investment or asset. Liability is matched with investment or asset. In simple word, ALCO balances what the bank on and what the bank off. That is what ALCO balances it out. Look at the option statement number B, that is the 7P of service marketing. So it is talking about people refers to the staff who deliver the service, and process refers to the system and procedure used to deliver that service. Is it correct? What do you think about statement number B? Yes, friend, it is also correct. So when we talk about people, right, when we talk about people to the context of banking services, right, it refers to the bank employee who serve the customer, right? It may be teller, officer or relationship manager. And when we talk about the process means how the service is being delivered. Service delivery, how it is being delivered, like account opening step, complaint handling, verification process. So you know it very well that bank is a service industry. So people and process are extremely important in it, right? So yes, in the 7P of marketing, people element relate to the staff and process refers to the system. Yes, B is also correct. A we have seen is A was also correct, right? Now we have to identify which is incorrect. That is our question, right? Incorrect one. Now let's look at statement number C. It says that if a bank introduces biometric login for faster verification and sets service level standard, that's called SLA, to improve efficiency, it is primarily focusing on promotion and place. So what it is talking about, that biometric login, you know what is the meaning of biometric login? It means faster, smoother service, right? So this biometric login is a kind of process. It is a kind of process. And then the second thing is talking about is the service level standard. So it need trained staff. Service level standard need trained staff. That means it is a type of people. So these are about how the service is delivered and not how it is advertised and or where it is available. Yeah, it is all about the process. It is not focusing on promotion and place. It is not about the how it is advertised and how it is and where it is available. No. That's why it is wrong. See, when we talk about promotion, like it is talking about advertisement, right? It is talking about the publicity. There are 7P, right? First 2P we have just discussed now, people and process, and then we have promotion and place. So advertisement, publicity, sales, campaign, that's called promotion. And place means what? Branches, ATM. through which you are going to deliver. And place means what? Branches. To the context of banking, places means branches, ATM, it may be digital channel, it may be the channel through which you are going to deliver your service. That's called the place. So improving efficiency has nothing to do with promotion or place, right? Suppose they introduce biometric login, that's all the process. Service level standard, that's our process to improve efficiency. So it is not focusing on promotion and place, so option C is wrong. What about D? It is saying that the risk management committee is tasked with managing the bank exposure to various risks, including market, credit and operational risk. Yes, this is perfectly correct. So this committee, RMC committee, they monitor all these things. You know what is credit risk? You know it very well. When I say risk, credit risk, it means the loan default risk. Just let me summarize. Whenever we talk about the credit risk, it means the loan default risk. If we talk about the market risk, it means interest rate and price fluctuation risk. Interest rate and price fluctuation risk. If we talk about operational risk, it is all about the system failure. It is all about the system failure and fraud. So yes, if you look at the option number D, yes, perfectly correct. So what we come to know that option number C is incorrect out of this. Final answer is option number C. So let's just remember what is our learning, right? So we are talked about the 7P. Out of the 3P are very important. That is speed plus system plus staff. So these things comes under what? Process and people. Process and people, right? Then think about it. Speed, system, staff, process and people. If you have faster login, if you have a smooth service, so it comes under which P? Tell me. It comes under the process. If you are training the staff, if you are training the standards, it comes under the people. Okay. Then we have ad and banner, right? Ad and banner, it's come under promotion. They are called 7P of marketing. And then we have the branches and the app, that is under place. Okay. And ALCO is all about the balance sheet. ALCO is all about balance sheet, liquidity and interest rate risk. So I hope this question is crystal clear. Now let's switch our focus to the question number 2. Question number 2 is on your screen, as you can see. The question is regarding the concept and implementation of the knowledge management in bank. Identify the incorrect statement. So this question pertains to, knowledge management in the bank, which is incorrect. Option A, knowledge management is a systematic process of ensuring the right knowledge reaches the right people at the right time. B, you have to see which one is incorrect. B, developing and maintaining a knowledge pool or knowledge bank is a key step focused on the organization and storage of institutional knowledge for future use. Option C, in a banking sector, knowledge management improve efficiency by replacing automated information system with manual tracking method. Option D, effective knowledge management involve not just the collection of data, but also continuous updating of training module to ensure workforce stay aligned with the current financial regulation. Very good question it is. So this question is all about the knowledge management to the context of bank. So KM, if we talk about the KM, let me just give you the basic idea, brief idea what KM is all about. KM to the context of bank, it is all about how the bank create, how the bank store, how the bank share, and how the bank update the knowledge, right? And how that knowledge help employee work better. So obviously this knowledge help employee work better and stay compliant. So we are asked to identify the incorrect statement. Now let's look at option statement number 1, which says that it ensures the right knowledge reaches the right people at the right time. Correct. Very good. It is correct. Employee get the correct information. That is called, right knowledge. Second thing, at the right moment, right? To take the better decision, to enhance the decision making. So this is the core definition of knowledge management. Option A is perfectly correct. If you look at the option number B, it's talk about the knowledge pool and knowledge bank. Yes, these are the developing. These is a key step. So what is the knowledge bank all about? Let me just illustrate little bit about the knowledge bank. We call it KB. So KB is a central storage. We can call KB as a central storage of what? Central storage of policy, central storage of SOP, central storage of FAQs, frequently asked questions, central storage of best practices, right? And circulars. It is a central storage of all these things. And bank use it bank uses it so that employee don't depend only on memory or senior. Yes, that's called knowledge bank. Yes, correct. B is correct. Now option statement number B is also correct. A is also correct. Now option number C, it says that KM improved the efficiency by replacing automated system. What do you think about it? No, 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 this is incorrect. See, modern banking deals with huge volume of data. Yeah, modern banking, is a huge amount of data, right? And it, manual tracking. If you talk about the manual tracking here, because this option number C emphasizes on the manual tracking. Think about it. Manual tracking is very slow, error prone. Yeah, it is error prone. It is quite inefficient, isn't it? So knowledge management, what it use? Knowledge management use some technology. Which kind of technology used by knowledge management? Like it use digital repository. It use digital repository. First thing. Second thing is uses AI search system. Third thing it uses LMS, learning management system. So KM reduces the manual work. Using KM, manual work get reduced. It does not promote it. So if you look at the statement number C, it's perfectly incorrect, and that is our correct answer. What about statement D? Effective KM not only just the collection of data, but also continuous updating of training module. Correct. You know it very well that RBI bank rule changes regularly. RBI guideline, compliance norm, product feature. So KM ensure that employee are trained continuously and knowledge stay updated and relevant. So final correct answer is option number C. So there is a formula that I have created about this knowledge management. Just note it down. So the first T is T3. We call it, T3 formula. What is this T3? The first T is technology. Second T is, training. Just wait. Yeah, technology. Then comes training. And then comes time. So knowledge management use technology. It support training and it has to be delivered knowledge on time. It never support the manual replacement of system. No, never. Manual replacement, no, never. Right. So it is the right knowledge, right person, right time. Looking for one-stop solution for your strategic management and innovation certification course. You can check out our course in the app. In this course, you will get separate previous year question paper, which we have collected from the aspirant who have appeared in the recently held examination. Also, we have a separate folder for theory and MCQ PDF. We have arranged it into 4 modules as per the syllabus prescribed by IIBF. Inside each module, you get unit-wise content. Inside each unit, you get separate theory and MCQ PDF. You can download all these PDF, download all this theory and MCQ PDF for your offline reading, and you can take print also. So all these things you are getting at a very nominal price. Please check out the link in the description section for more detail regarding the course. In the question number 3 of today's session. So basically regarding the strategic management process in bank and the rise of the fintech company, which statement is incorrect? Very good question. So the question tests the two ideas at the same time. First thing is strategic management process, and the second thing is impact of fintech and big companies on the banking. Very good question. Option A, when a bank defines its long-term vision of becoming fully digital and establish a specific objective like increasing customer retention, it is engaged in the strategic formulation stage. Option B, fintech companies like Google, Apple, Facebook and Amazon have become major competitor in retail banking primarily because they offer fast digital and personalized financial service. Option C, fintech firms are gaining a competitive edge by replacing central bank in providing regulatory oversight. Option D, the strategic process of analyzing internal resource and external threat is a critical component of developing a bank digital transformation roadmap. Very good question. First of all, statement number A. So it's talk about the long-term vision of becoming fully digital. It is engaged in strategic formulation. See, the point here is the strategic formulation. What this term, strategy formulation means? You know it very well. It means deciding the vision. What is the meaning of vision? Vision means where the bank want to go. Where the bank want to go. That's called vision. First thing. Second thing, designing the objective. Deciding the objective means what it want to achieve. What to achieve. So these are the two things. Deciding the vision, deciding the objective. So the bank say we want to be fully digital. That's the vision. And bank say that we want to retain more customer. That is the objective. So that's called, strategic formulation. It is not an implementation. What they are talking about? They are talking about the formulation exactly. So you should know what are the different stages involved in the strategic management to the context of banking. Now option number B. It says that they become a major competitor. Exactly. Yes, this is perfectly true. Why they are the major competitor like Google, Apple? So they are using big data. They are offering digital experiences. They provide instant and personalized services. So obviously it would put pressure on the traditional bank. Yes, it put pressure on the traditional bank, especially in the context of retail banking. So yes, B is perfectly correct. What about C? It says that fintech firms are gaining an edge by replacing central bank in regulatory oversight. Correct. This statement is wrong actually. So let me be very clear here. The central bank issue currency, control interest rate, they regulate bank and fintech, they manage monetary policy. But fintech firms are, private. Yeah, they operate under the rule of the central bank. They cannot regulate the financial system. So C is correct one. And what about D? It says that analyzing internal strength and weakness and external threat is critical for digital strategy. Correct. You might have heard about this SWOT analysis. Have you heard about it? Yes, you might have. SWOT analysis. So here we have a strength and weakness. That's S and W. So this refers to internal analysis. Here we analyze internal thing. This refers to what? Internal analysis. And this OT, opportunities and threat, this refers to the external environment. Right. So every bank must do this before planning digital transformation. Okay. This is the must. This must be done. So option number, what is the correct answer? C is correct. And C is the wrong one. Okay. So remember, fintech is for innovation and delivery, bank is strategy and services, central bank is a regulatory and monetary policy. Now friends, the next question we have, it is regarding the customer experience. So the question is, while evaluating a bank strategic business development and it focus on customer experience, which of the following statement is incorrect? So this question tests our understanding of the strategic management stages and the customer experience as a strategic business tool in bank. We need to identify the incorrect statement. Option number A has given that strategic implementation primarily involve policy executions, resources deployment, while evaluation focus on measuring a strategy outcome against predetermined benchmark. B says redesigning the customer experience is a strategic move aimed at improving customer loyalty, increasing retention, enhancing the overall brand image of the bank. Option C, a significant benefit and primarily goal of redesigning the customer experience is the intentional increase in long-term operational cost to ensure premium service delivery. Option D, a strategic intent is focused on defining the bank vision and mission, while formulation involves design of the organization structure and reward system to support the chosen strategy. So these are the 4 options they have provided, and we have to select the incorrect one, sorry. If you look at the statement number A, that is the strategic implementation. So what is the meaning of this implementation? Let's understand. So its implementation means doing the work. Using people, money, technology and process. How do we implement? So we do the work using people, using money, right? Using technology and policies. Then evaluation. What evaluation? Strategic evaluation is all about, it means checking the result. Implementation means you are doing the work using people, money or technology, and evaluation means you are checking the result. That did we achieve the target, whether we have achieved the target. It's called KPI, key performance indicator, benchmark. Okay, so think of it like this: do and then check. Actually, this is called PDCA, plan, do, check, act. So do and check. So yes, statement A is perfectly correct. It correctly describes the two process, implementation and evaluation. Option B says that redesigning customer experience is a strategic move. So it says that it improves the loyalty, retention and brand image. Yes, correct. It is obviously correct, because better customer experience, better CX, it means customer are very happy. Customer are very happy, right? Happy customer means what? They will stay longer, and they will stay longer, plus they will recommend your bank to other people, that this bank provide the top-notch services, and this directly impact the retention, brand perception and long-term profitability. Yes, option B is also correct. C says that the primary goal of redesigning the CX is increasing the long-term operational cost. No, that's completely incorrect. Let's apply the common sense here. So if we suppose we are focusing on customer experience redesigning, suppose you want to redesign the customer experience, so it may require initial investment, isn't it? It may require initial investment, right? It may require technology upgrade. It may require training your employee, isn't it? But the goal is not the higher cost. The goal is not the higher cost. Actual goal of CX redesign is faster service, fewer complaint, high efficiency, high profit. Exact it. Is it clear? So option number D. Option number D is strategic intent. Define vision and mission, and strategic formulation involve design of organization structure. See, yes, it is also correct. Let's understand it in a very easy way. So whenever you see this word, Strategic intent. You know what it is all about? So it means why we exist. Please understand why we exist and where we want to go. Why we are there and where we want to go. That's called strategic intent. And similarly, a strategic formulation means how we organize ourselves. How we organize ourselves to reach there. Intent means yes, we exist because of this vision and we want to go there. But formulation means we organize ourselves so that we can reach that destination. It includes structure, plan, reward system, policy, long-term plan. So yes, option number D is perfectly correct. So if you look at the incorrect option, it is none other than option number C. So what we discuss here is that customer experience means if we have better experience, it will increase our efficiency. It aims to reduce cost per customer. It aims to increase the loyalty. It does not aim to increase the cost. So remember, we have discussed the implementation. Implementation is an action phase. Evaluation is an checking phase or measurement phase. Strategic intent means vision and mission, and formulation means what? Formulation means how can we reach that stage that we have formulated, that we have intent. That's called formulation. So I hope every stages is crystal clear now, right? Planning and structure, that's called formulation. Now the question is, considering the regulatory framework for bank and competitive business strategy, which of the following statement is incorrect? Yeah, so this question combined two important concepts. The first is the regulatory and corporate governance framework for bank, which is obviously RBI focus. And second thing is the competitive business strategy. We are asked to identify the incorrect statement. Option A say, according to RBI discussion paper on governance, corporate governance is primarily intended to define authority, responsibility, allocation, and establish clear decision-making process. Option B, a red ocean strategy involves competing in an existing crowded marketplace where company try to outperform rivals by lowering price or increasing marketing. Option C, a health tech company offering AI-based disease prediction in a field where no current solution exists is a classic example of red ocean strategy. Option D, corporate governance in commercial bank help ensure long-term sustainability and stakeholder trust rather than focusing solely on achieving short-term profit. Very good question. We have to identify the incorrect one. Let's start with statement number 1. Let's talk about the RBI discussion paper. You know about this discussion paper? If you don't know, let me illustrate about it. So basically what RBI stresses in this discussion paper, RBI stress on the fact that if you have good governance, right? If you have good governance, it ensure clear division of role. It ensure clear division of role. It ensure proper check and balance. It ensure defined responsibility of the board and management. Okay, so this avoid confusion, this avoid misuse of power. That is exactly what this statement is telling all about. Yes, so that's the focus of the corporate governance. Correct. Option number B is talking about the red ocean strategy. Very important concept and frequently tested in the examination. Please understand. See, what is the meaning of red ocean strategy? Let's make it clear. Think about it. Red ocean strategy, what does it say? It says that it is like blood red competition. It's called blood red competition. Same customer, same product, company fight by lowering their price, heavy marketing, stealing market share. And that is what I think this is talking. Competing in an existing crowded marketplace, outperform rival. That's called the red ocean strategy. Very good. Correct. What about statement number C? Yeah. Oh, red ocean strategy also they have given. It is telling that suppose there is an AI-based disease prediction company with no existing competition. So yes, this statement is wrong. It is not a red ocean strategy. If no existing solution exists, if the company create a new market, obviously this particular company, what they are doing, they are creating a new market. And suppose the competition is irrelevant, right? So it's called blue ocean strategy. It's not called red ocean. It's called blue ocean strategy. Technology risk does not make it red ocean. So statement C is incorrect. What about D? D says that corporate governance ensures sustainability and stakeholder trust. Yeah, it is correct. So we talked about the RBI governance framework. What it focus on? It focus on long-term sustainability, ethical decision making, depositor and stakeholder trust. Correct. D is perfectly correct. So what is our final verdict? It is option number C is correct. Right. So remember, ocean rule is like this. Two kind of ocean we have discussed. Whenever you see this word crowded market, that's called the red ocean strategy. Right. and when you see the no market or very new market, and it's called blue ocean strategy, right? So no existing solution, then always think blue. So RBI governance include authority, responsibility and check, red ocean, blue ocean, and governance which focus on sustainability, not the short term profit. So that is, I hope it is crystal clear. Now we have more question available, that the remaining question will be explained in our paid course. If you want to get access to that, you can WhatsApp me on this particular number. I will explain the remaining question in that. And if you want to get access to PDF, such kind of PDF through which you can enhance your preparation, just WhatsApp me, or you can check it, the link in the description section. If you want me to bring the part 2 version of this video, write yes in the chat, in the comment section. I will bring the part 2. Thank you. Have a very nice day.